Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a big show lined up, of course, as always. But first, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. High today, 85. That's as warm as it has been. Low tonight, 68. Water temperature still around 76 degrees. Let's take a look at our river readings, all important river readings. Apalachicola at Bluntstown. It looks like a gal told me when she looked at it on TV, she said it looked like a roller coaster, and looking at it does. But it's starting to level off and dropping a little bit. It's reading a 6.7 and a slight drop for the weekend. Take a look at the Choctawhatchee at Caryville. It's been just one long slide, but very slow drop. But now this morning it's dropping a little bit faster. It's a 5.6, and going on down to probably 3 and 4, probably 4 for sure for the weekend. Okay, tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Again, we've talked all week about what good strong tides we're having. A high tide at 12:54 p.m. and a low tide at 11:38 p.m. That's pretty close to, I'm looking back, it's pretty close to what it was yesterday, about 20 minutes difference. Okay, marine forecast will be coming southeast at about 5 to 10. We've had a run of really pretty days. We've had only one bad day of weather, a rainy day. That was last Friday in 21 days. I know that because that was the day of my retirement party, and it prevented my cousin from Jacksonville from coming over because he's an older cousin of mine. He was going to drive over, but it's the only rainy day we've had like in 21 days. So this rest of this week looks good too. All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Let's start off our little picture parade. A lot of times during midweek we get some good pictures too, and we can't show them all to you on one day, so we'll try to spread it out. And man, let's start off with a big fish right here. This is Alan chasing. Okay, Alan said this is the biggest fish he's ever caught. Big old black drum, caught it on a spinner bait in shallow water around St. Vincent Island. A lot of times I give a talk about on my fishing report about fishing those oyster bars on the backside of St. Vincent Island. They're good fishing. You just got to be careful around there. He caught this on a 30-pound. They estimated right around 30 pounds. He caught it on a 15-pound test line. So I know, congratulations, Alan. I know you had a ball pulling that one in. Now I hope you didn't. I hope you didn't eat it. But anyway, let's go to this next picture. This is a special picture to me. This is our own Jeff Peck on the right, and on the left is Asia. She at the meet this past weekend, she won the Inspirational Athlete, and in the middle is Emma, and she won the Inspirational Unified Athlete, and Jeff won the Inspirational Coach Award, and they got to walk out on. They introduced them out on the field and all. As a big deal down there, and congratulations, you three, and we're real proud of y'all. Good job there. And so let's move on now. Don't forget the Choctawhatchee Catfish Roundup. It's going to be June the 3rd and 4th. That's right around the corner now. It's going to be at the Choctawhatchee River at the Caryville Landing on Highway 90. First place is $1,000, second place $500, third place $250. And you know about these flathead catfish tournaments. There's a series of them. Really good stuff there. One of my senior boys, Anderson, he's getting ready to graduate tonight. He'll wear that cap and gown tonight, but he's fishing in between his finals and graduation. Anderson. Good job there. Anderson Howard, okay? I was up, this is a plum tree my student planted. This is up at Outdoor Ed, and a gal just snapped this picture up there the other day. Folks, I'm trying to clean up all my stuff. It's incredible the amount of stuff I have in that classroom. I'm not taking it all with me. I'm taking some of the things, but it's incredible. It's like the stuff I'm having to clean up. But anyway, I was so proud of this little plum tree. I mean, there's plums all over it. I was just real proud of it, okay? So I told Gail, snap a picture. I know the viewers appreciate it. Students planted this tree a couple of years ago, and it's just, we got trees all over the place there. Okay. Our good friends, Bob Bilsma, Levon, and Bilsma and their family and went out, and look at that mess of fish they caught. Nice job there. This is a good friend of his from Michigan, came down, their first red snapper, okay? And I also have his, have some more pictures here. And I have his daughter in here somewhere. I'll get that picture later. But Bob went offshore and got some nice fish and all. Okay, this is Dallas Shaw Sanders and her husband Tracy. They went out with another couple, and you can see what a nice mess of red snapper they call. And that's a pretty fish right there. Great picture. And I always get a lot of good pictures from Dallas Shaw Sanders. Okay, and this is a redfish and aliqua. This was text to me. I don't know who this is in the picture. She looks real familiar. It's on my text just like this, so I just copied it from my phone. Redfish and aliqua. And of course, that's over in Freeport. A nice fish, a pretty picture there, and I'm sorry I don't have identification on it. But anyway, that's that. Now, what I wanted to show you next, let's go into. Don't forget, and I also wrote a note. Don't forget to apply for your quota hunt permits now up till June the 16th. I think is the deadline. I've got plenty of time. I just want to, if you like me, you need to be reminded several times. Now, I've always talked about outdoor inventions. I've always been inquisitive as far as trying to figure things out. I've just been that way. I've passed it on to my children and my students. And in fact, we do a unit in outdoor ed, or I'm going to have to start saying we used to do a unit in outdoor ed. Got to get in the habit of saying that. A little unit on inventions, and they come up with, you saw some of the things we talked about. And I was over last week, they had a little Jeep Jamboree out here at the beach. They didn't advertise it much locally, but I found out about it. You understand, we've talked about this before, the businesses at the beach, and it's just that's the way they do business. They'll send all the advertising dollars to Alabama and Georgia and try to get people coming out of town, and they don't really spend all the advertising here locally. And so, but I found out about this and went out there anyway, a little Jeep Jamboree, and had all kind of little booths and all. Gail and I, we didn't have much time. I just wanted to go there and check it out. First year they've done it, and I'm going to try to get hooked up with them next year and talk to so some of the folks in the Panhandle, more folks in the Panhandle can hear about it, because there's really some neat stuff they had. But one of the booths, I told this young man he had a little invention. This is Jeep, okay? And what this is a spare tire cover. Check this out. A spare tire cover with a rod rack on it. Is that cool or is that cool? Okay, that fits over the back tire, and then it's built in. I checked it out really good. It's built in. This is real solid. A solid plate right here, and it's built in. And it's fastened really strong and all. But I thought, what a cool invention. I talked to a young man. He was from Massachusetts, and he loved to fish. And I just bought one. I just had to buy one. I'm gonna put it on my Jeep, and I'm just gonna put my rod and reels in it, and I'm gonna go fishing. But what a neat idea, what a neat invention. We always talking about, thinking, why didn't I think of this? I go surf fishing, I have a spare tire, I have a Jeep, but I never thought about this. Why didn't you think about this? But anyway, online, I'm gonna show you how to, let's see, I think I got him online here. Nice young man, and we were talking, let's see, I might pull this back up, Jeff. We were talking though, and he's just getting these out, of course, trying to get them marketed and everything, and he was tickled. I told him I had a little TV show. Okay, here it is right here, called the Reel Rack. The Reel Rack, okay, that's a group, and here's a better picture of the group at the shop up there, and I was just real proud. But this is the Reel Rack, and you can see the rod and reels in it right there. What a neat little idea. Put it on the back of the Jeep, okay? So anyway, we're talking about inventions. To me, that's a neat little invention. He probably won't become a millionaire doing it, but he will certainly sell a lot of these, because there's only all across. You think about all the coastal fishermen across America, and then all the people have Jeeps, and that's one of the few drawbacks of Jeep is having room to put all your stuff in it. You put a rod and reels back there. So anyway, I was excited about it, and I was tickled about it. Okay, so I want to share it with you. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, folks. I'm trying to get organized here with all my electronics, and I have a situation. I want to show you. I got a little short video I want to show you. If I can get this all set up, and I think I can. Just bear with me, or just about 5 seconds, because you're going to really like this. Okay, check this out here. Like I said, we're up at the outdoor ed room, and check it out. This is a little video Gail shot. This is two things I want to show you. This is a little pond, and I'm feeding the fish. We got brim in this pond here, and let's see. Let me go back to it. And we're feeding the fish, okay? You can see we're feeding the fish right there. I'm just throwing some, that's goldfish flakes right there, and but I want you to see, all right. Now the kids did all of this. In fact, they actually brought the brim. You're gonna see some brim coming up on the left-hand side over there. There they come, okay? and we just sort of getting around to at the end of school year getting them come out and eat. But one of the girls, she and her boyfriend went fishing, and she wanted to bring us some fish, and she brought some little baby brim, but they've grown well this year. Okay, that's it now. Now I want to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you again because what I want you to do, I want you to look at the pond itself. I got a story about this pond I think is worth telling. Okay, now look at the pond itself. Don't worry about the fish, but the reason, I had two boys dig this pond with a shovel. This was there's no machinery, but they dug it, and the pond goes on back around to the left. I don't have all the pond in there. They dug it by hand and put a little island in it, and they were so proud of it. But what I wanted to do, okay, we'll go ahead and watch the fish come out again, because I got a kick out of it. It's on like 5 more seconds. Okay, so anyway, what I want to tell you about those two boys digging the pond, it was two kids I had in class several years back. I can't remember now, but they were they were not really the most studious boys in class. We've all had friends like that going through school, and even many years of taught, you always have a couple of boys, they just rambunctious. They don't want to be still. They don't want to listen. They want to just move around. They want to do something. Coach can do something. And I finally I said, here, y'all go grab a shovel and dig us a pond. And I was, how big? I said, just big enough to hold some fish. And they started digging. They dug the whole pond with a shovel, and we had the best time. And their classmates got a kick out of watching them do it because they didn't think they'd do it. And they did a little bit each day. And a little bit, we're talking about, the pyramids wasn't built in one day, neither was the Mosley Pond, but it took a while. But I was so proud of that pond. Then we had some little concrete put on it, and over the years we've had a series of fish in it. This is the last. We had a little bass in it, all kinds of stuff. Sometimes the birds get them, and sometimes they just disappear. But a lot of times they'll live. But this summer, I don't know who's going to feed them. I just wanted to share that pond with you. That was a man-made pond, but it's man-made, not with a tractor, man-made with a shovel there. Okay. Now, I also want to talk about my retirement. Like I say, it's an ongoing process. My official day is next Tuesday, but we're going to give away a gift and all pretty soon. But I had a great retirement party. I want to share that with you. Basically, I think on tomorrow's show, I'm going to show you the slideshow from the retirement. But I did want to share some of the things that had some of the most fascinating situations happen there, and I was so proud of it. So I will share some of that with y'all later on. Okay. Now, also, one of the things I'll share with you, I had friends coming from high school, from college, and all over the places, but it was an awesome experience. But I want to tell that to you in whole and show you some pictures. Also, people always asking me, what are you going to do when you retire? Okay, my first week, I planned this out. I'll tell you I'm going to fish more. Well, here's my first full week when I retire. I'm going to go share this with you. That first Saturday, I'm going on the Seminole Wind with the boys from Gus Power, Sledge, and all those boys, like we always do, on Billy Archer's boat. That'll be Saturday. Sunday morning after church, a group of us guys from our church were jumping in the cars and driving to Louisiana and setting up we have a tuna fishing trip set up. And I've never been tuna fishing, and the guys I'm going with never been tuna fishing, but they're just good guys, and we're really looking forward to it. And we're going to be over there 3 days total. Then when I get back, my plan is about the middle of the week. I want to go fishing at St. George Island, actually bay fishing out of a kayak with our cousin, and we're going to we've done that before, had a great luck. That's during the middle of the week. That's on Wednesday, I hope. On Thursday or Friday, I want to go back to Carabel and fish with Tony Bass. He comes down this time of the year, and we want to go. I always fish with him during the first week of June, so that'll be that. And that'll be Thursday or Friday. Then on Saturday, I'm going to go back on Billy Archer's boat and go red snapper and grouper fishing again. So people want to know what I'm going to do. That's my retirement plan right there the first week. Now, that was just something I planned. I will not keep that pace up, I promise. Because the next week, I promise I'm going to be fishing up in those sloughs somewhere around Howard Creek. So that's my plan right there. I want to share. People keep asking me, and I said I'm going fishing more. Well, I am going fishing more, but I do plan to I'm going to rest a little bit and sort of get everything together. I'm excited about Panhandle Outdoors. I'm sad about leaving those kids, great kids, and my great coaches and all I teach with, but it's a happy kind of sadness. It's bittersweet kind of sadness. And we'll talk more about that because I officially haven't retired, but it's been an exciting couple of weeks, and what a great time we've been having. So I want to share that with you. One thing too, we're going to hook up, and Gail and I are going to do a lot of things together. She won't go offshore with me, but she'll certainly go fishing up in the creek and all, and we're looking forward to that. We used to do a lot of that back in the day, so we're looking forward to doing that again. Also, we're going to do some camping. My first two places I want to go camping as far as pulling a camper, and it's one of the places, two of our favorite places we went to many years ago. One of them is Grayton Beach. Now, we used to go to Grayton Beach State Park when it wasn't, before it was a 38 really. So I know it's changed a lot, but I still want to go there. There's some great surf fishing. Fish are still there, although a lot of people, I'm sure, have to get up early and all. So that's one place I want to go. Another place we want to go up there to Real State Park, probably in the fall, and do some stuff up there to Real State Park. That's our first two camping trips, and also have ICAST coming up in this summer in July down in Orlando. We're looking forward to that, and the SEOPA convention in the fall. It's going to be in Lakeland this year. I hope to do some good bass fishing down there. So I have all kinds of things, and I'm getting volunteered. People are volunteering me to do a lot of stuff, and I promise I'm going to do stuff. But I'm not decided yet. I've asked, for people's prayers and all, and guidance, and God's guidance, that I continue to do some things in His name and all. So I want to do those kind of things too. But I just want to be very careful. I'm not ready to just retire next week and jump into something else. So anyway, that's my plan. People keep asking me, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And one thing all retirees have told me, and especially at a party the other night, and we had like over 300-something people, every one of the people that came that retired said, you're not going to have time to do hardly anything. And so I'm going to find that out. So anyway, let's take our break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fish and game forecast for today, brought to us by Barron's Barbecue Shrimp Marinade. It's 4:20 to 6:20 this morning, and this evening 4:45 to 6:45. Like I said, this morning weather for us is a beautiful day outdoors, and still not too hot yet, so get out there and do some stuff in the outdoors. Now let's get ready for our giveaway, the retirement giveaway. All right, we're gonna give away a reel, a brand new reel, of course, in the box right here. It's a Sure Strike reel. It's a beautiful reel, and it'll fit on some of those rods, those extra rods. Everybody has extra rods. I know you got extra rods hanging around the house. So now you got a brand new reel. Also going to give away in the same drawing just package of stuff, just all kinds of T-shirt, Jeff tape right here, videotape, and right here. This is so good. A walk through nature, hooks, and let's see, bubble things, Panhandle Outdoors pins. And let's see, what all, pliers and line and all, just a bag full of stuff and tackle. I don't know if I'm really going over, this is like a fish taco. We call it a fish taco. It goes over your reel, over your lures and all you have on there, okay? Anyway, so you won't get hooked. Now let's go and do the drawing, and I'm gonna go halfway. Seriously, I gotta get a bigger jar. I'm gonna work on that when I retire. All right, here we go. And the winner is Nancy Flores. Nancy Flores, you win the whole package here. Okay, so you're going to be a big winner. Come out of Fox 28 Studios. And don't forget, folks, also to decals. I still have some decals. You want a free decal, come here. They don't show up good here at Panhandle Outdoors, and my students love these things. Put them on the windshield and all. I saw some in town the other day. So anyway, they're free for you. Okay, free for the viewers. If they don't watch the TV show, they don't get them. All right. Let's Safe Boating Week. Got a couple of accidents. I just want to show you. Let's see, one of the first ones here. We don't talk a lot about personal watercraft because as outdoorsmen we don't use them that much, but they're always out there. And here's an accident right here where they ran on a dock. And look at that dock where they busted a dock. And then here's a picture of it. See, he just shaved that back. Look at it. He just knocked everything off. And basically, I just read what happened. You don't have to read it here. Basically, it was a PWC with two persons aboard, impacted a dock in a canal, obviously. That was down in Brevard County in the Banana River, and both of them were seriously injured. Based on witness statements and the physical evidence at the scene, it was determined that the PWC was traveling at an unsafe speed. That's the case in most of these PWC, okay? The operator had not completed the required boating education and had less than 10 hours of experience on a PWC. And that's the one thing right there. There are going to be young people all year, all summer around here that's going to be on these personal watercraft. And a lot of these young people do not have experience, and they'll just hit, they don't know but one speed. That's wide open. So just be careful when you're out there and watch out for them. And if a parent or whatever, make sure that they know the rules and all. Okay, here I got a couple of graphs here. The top 11 counties of boating accidents, and look at Bay County, folks. Now, you understand in South Florida with that immense population down there, you can understand all those accidents right there because there's so many people. But up in Jacksonville, you can understand that one. And Pinellas, all of these are huge counties. Bay County ain't that big, but look at it. We're number 8. That's fascinating to me. It's sad to me too. Here's another chart, and these are the red is fatalities, and all the others are accidents. Okay, then I broke it down a little bit farther. This is good here. This is going into St. Andrew Bay system. So you see our system, you see the pass. I got tickled at the map. They still got the old pass in there. That shows how old that map is, but the accidents are correct. Coming out of the pass, you can see where most of the accidents occur, and that's where most of the boating, everything funneled into there. But I was interested to see the 2 of them over there right off of East Bay up in Callaway Bayou, up in that area. And then also way out there, Phillips Inlet, there are 2 accidents there. But what made me feel good, there's no accidents north of the Hathaway Bridge. Isn't that a good sign right there? And really no accidents up there in St. Andrew area, anywhere like that. It's all that Thomas, at Grand Lagoon off Thomas Drive, at the beach, and then a couple of scattered ones right there. So I just wanted you to be aware, here locally, what's going on and sort of the hot spots. So sort of we know these kind of things. So just be prepared to. We'll talk about being careful going through the pass and all. You see why we talk about it a lot. So this is still Safe Boating Week. I just want to throw some things out at you a little bit at a time throughout the week, and for your benefit and for your education. Okay, I'll start wrapping things up, and always we tell you to be safe and watch out for the other person on the water just as you do on the highway. We'll wrap it up. Thank you all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. As always, do something good today for your fellow man, and you have a great day in the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.